What's up YouTube, Fan here, and I got my faulty fan motor here on the table. The problem with this motor is that it's an aftermarket motor and it's a little bit too slim and it slides right through this bracket as it's mounted like that, and it slides right through there and it causes the fan to rattle against the radiator, make an awful noise. I'm getting ready to take the MG out of town to 4th Street Garage's wedding on Saturday. So I'm going to try to get this fixed up here. I've got it all apart, and what I'm going to do is just wrap duct tape around that motor. I'm sure there's a more proper way to do this, but it would involve, I don't know, welding some metal or something onto that or making that smaller somehow. And I'm just not able to do that here. It is Thursday night, leaving Saturday morning. So this is going to get wrapped with duct tape, and I'm going to show you the steps for putting one of these motors back in. So there it is, wrapped in duct tape. It is much tighter on there. It's impossible to move it now, so it shouldn't slide around, and I should be all right for the trip. Unless I run into the North American MG Club and they start looking closely at my car. Alright, there's a look at the car there. 77 MGB. And there's the cooling fan there, the other one. You can see how that's mounted in the bracket, and you see how there's plenty of room there so it's not rubbing against the radiator. And there's the cooling fan of the motor that I'm about to install. And it's kind of a rascal to do, but I'll show you how I put it in and everything I put back afterwards. Okay, got that motor back in here. And it's just right there and right there. Those two bolts where it attaches. And here's the only part of the wiring here. It's going to go together, that connector there. That's the power for both of the cooling fans. And you can see those little nubbins on the shaft there for the fan. And then it's going to go on there. And if you can see that notch, you stick that screwdriver in the notch and you use that little screw. And that's going to attach that plastic blade to the fan. And it looks like I got them lined up pretty well, so I think that'll work. Alright, there's a better look at that screw that holds on the plastic fan, and you just stick your screwdriver right through that notch after you get that right on the shaft there. Okay, I hooked up the wiring, used a little plastic, or used a little electrician's tape there. And the next thing you do is you put in this piece. And that piece goes right in front there, and it goes in with 5 screws. So that's the next step after you get the cooling fan secured and the plastic fan blade screwed on. Alrighty, got that piece screwed in. The last thing is just bolting on that shroud that goes over those fans. And looks like I got enough clearance there, so I'm all good. I'll get that secured, and then I'll show you one last image. And to take out one of these fan motors, it's just the reverse of what I've done. And it's not too bad. But you just got to make sure to remove all that stuff. It's a lot easier to get at those. I tried to tighten those bolts on that bracket just by reaching in there, and it just was not happening. So I'll show you one last image here in a second. Alright, there it is, all put together, and ready for a little road test tomorrow, and then Saturday morning get up and going to be driving it about an hour and a half, and it's going to be 100 degrees, so I will have the top up on this with the windows down and the back window zipped out, and it should be just fine, and it'll be all worth it for the experience of driving the MG on some country roads, and also it's going to be used in the wedding ceremony for 4th Street Garage. So, wish me luck, and thanks for watching.